We might be relying on the trusty old ground of the Racecourse this year to scrape us through this season. 2 games since your last go here at home and 2 very good performances. Hopefully we can make this place a fortress. What is going on there, guys? Kempy here and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Wrexham Save. It is season 5 episode 4. We've had transfer deadline days. We've had a whole transfer special and the start of the season already, and it is already time. We're at the end of September. We've played 3 games since you guys were last here because we simply don't know how this season's going to go. Are we going to be a relegation candidate, mid-table fodder, or even pushing for a playoff spot? Well, like I said, we've played 3 games. We've won 2-1 at home to Norwich, where I've got to show you an absolute screamer from this man, Theo Zidane. He absolutely battered one in from 25 yards, and it was an unbelievable goal. We got a win, thankfully, at the Racecourse at home to Norwich. A very good side, Norwich, and they are managed by my go, Eric Ten Hag. So I managed to get one over the bold genius. I'm very thankful for that indeed. But just look at this bit of magic from the man himself, Theo Zidane. What a signing that is. Free contract and an unbelievable goal there. You can see just 2 minutes later we got another one with Reece Williams, a classic head with his big meaty head, and then they got one in late on. A bit of ill discipline in this game, 4 bookings, and it led to a Dylan Stevenson suspension. A 2-1 loss away to Coventry. They've got an unbelievable striker. Willie Guay looks fantastic, and he is there, and he scored against us for his first goal of the season. We got the only one though with EK Ugbo in that one, who did get another goal for us, which is good, and then we lost sadly to a penalty given away by Adrian Blake. So not so good there, but not an awful result. Coventry, not an awful side. But one side we did just absolutely pepper is Preston, not Peterborough. Preston, where Ike Ugbo, Job Bellingham, Dylan Stevenson, and even Christopher Lewis got a goal. Matty Pollock got one for Preston, but it was a very, very good result. Very convincing one as well. You can see from the stats, 57% possession, 15 shots to their 6, and a 1.75 XG to their 0.31. I think some of it is down to the fact we're at the Racecourse, and some of it is down to the fact that we have dropped a CDM in rather than a centre attacking midfielder. We need to realise who we are as a team, and I think we don't need the centre attacking midfielder just yet. Maybe just relax and have that DM. It's going to be better for us. I think you guys will agree as well. The turn of results is rather good. Today, we've got a game against Portsmouth, who are bottom of the league. So I want to see if we can get a win away from home. They're on 2 points from the first 7 games, so we have to beat them. And after that, home against Reading, down in 19th. So really 2 wins today should show us that we are not relegation fodder, and we are at least a mid-table side, which would be really good. I think there's even a chance we could be a playoff side. That might be a little bit far, but by no means I don't think it's a massive long shot. A few players have had game time. Sebastian Neves come back last game for the first time since his injury. Dylan Stevenson's been really good. Ugbo is starting to score goals. Christopher Lewis obviously got his first professional goal for Wrexham, which is really, really cool. He come through the academy, when was it? 2023. So he is finally here, and it was a long shot as well. Quite some finish from Chris Lewis. And one guy as well who's really impressed me with his development is Owen the Sugar Show O'Malley. He looks really, really good. Obviously, he's a left back and a right back for us because he can play both so well. I've been playing him at right back. He is simply just slightly better than Nathan Ferguson. At just 19 years of age, I think is a no-brainer to get him in the team and get as many minutes as possible. A signing for just £200,000 from Shelbourne, and a very good one at that. I'm excited for today's episode. I hope you guys are too. If you can, just drop a like on the video for me. It helps massively. Comment down below on how your saves are going, and also subscribe to the channel. We're up to 366 as of recording this. There was yesterday's video as well before this comes out. But yeah, hopefully we can hit sort of 370, 375 very soon. 400 by the end of January would be fantastic. So if we can push the channel on, guys, that'd be brilliant. Thank you for your support as ever. Let's get into these 2 games and show we're at least a mid-table side. Away at Portsmouth today, a team that for some reason I thought got promoted with us last year, but they didn't. They've been in the Championship since 2023, sitting around mid-table. This season they are sitting at bottom of the league, 2 points in just 7 games, and hopefully a team we can pick 3 points up against today. I'll be very happy if we do. I think it'd be a first win away from home. One change for us today, I believe. Two changes, actually. Zakaway is out, just do a tiny little niggle. So Andy Yappan has come on at centre-back next to Reece Williams. And Theo Zidane has come in as well for David Gonzalez in centre midfield. I just put Gonzalez in because he looks very good in that Mazzala role, and Theo needed a little bit of a rest. So yeah, Theo is back in today and back in the starting lineup. Obviously scored an absolute screamer just a few games ago. Hoping he can carry on that form. Ike Ugbo has been good up front as well. Obviously he's a pressing forward on attack, so maybe he's not going to get 30, 40, 50 goals. He's the only striker, but the centre mids of Theo Zidane and Jobe Bellingham are really, really impressive. They seem to be making a lot of runs through the middle. Obviously, Jobe as a centre mid on attack has that licence to get forward. And obviously with Theo Zidane as well, being like 6'8", on a Mazzala on support, he has got the ability to cause any team absolute damage, and that's exactly what he has been doing so far. We have got a Portsmouth corner here with Lowry. Ball in the box. It is well won by that man, Theo Zidane, and Sebastian Neves is going to try and get this one. Don't bring him down. Every time that happens, it's a bring down, it's a penalty. Thankfully, not then. It's a shot blazed over the bar, and we're going to start with ourselves building out from the back. It is Jack McKenzie at left back, who's sort of, gone by the wayside, but a very consistent performer for us in that left back position. I'm very happy with him still. What am I talking about? Them centre mid runs. Jobe Bellingham does one exactly as I say it, and he goes just through, gets a shot away. It's well blocked, and we have a corner ball. It is Theo Zidane with the ball in. Reece Williams isn't quite going to get his head on the end of that one. Now, Theo Zidane, I don't know if it's a bit of a... Good head, Stevenson. I don't know if it's a bit of a... Why have we got him taking corners? His stats for it are unbelievable. And we've seen already a penalty, of course. I told you, we give away so many penalties from corners, headed away. They get in the box and we just bring them down every time. It's so frustrating. Michael Fours, Gunn gets a save to it, but he is going to sneak the goal in, and it's 1-0 to Portsmouth, and that is not good. We're going to go attacking, and we are going to demand more. But yeah, I was saying about Theo Zidane, I don't know if it's a bit of a bad thing we've got him on the corners. His stats are so good. He is, however, so tall. I think if we bring someone in who is comparatively as good as he is at corners and free kick taking, then we'll obviously get him in the box. But for now, we need to utilise them stats because they are fantastic. I think it's like 16 corners, 17 free kick accuracy. So there's a reason he is on him. Don't think I'm just being crazy. O'Malley there with a great ball through to Jobe Bellingham, and there he is making that bursting run from the midfield and slotting it past the Portsmouth keeper. It took him till the last game to realise that's what he was meant to be doing. Them centre mid runs on attack are so good on Football Manager, and he's just shown it there. I think now he's sort of learning the position a bit more. He's playing it more and more, and he is making them runs. I looked as well. Jobe Bellingham is only worth between £4 and £6 million, so I don't think it is beyond the realms of possibility that we could sign him from Lyon at the end of this season. And how exciting would that be? We've had him on loan now for 2 years. I don't think it's 3. I think it's 2 years. This is his 3rd year. So if we can then sign him as well, that would be absolutely fantastic. And a dream come true, Jobe to finally sign for Wrexham. But yep, here we have Lowry finding Giles and a great ball in there for Marcus Fours. So I tell you what, Portsmouth don't look like a team that are at the bottom of the league. They are attacking us very, very well. I'm not sure if Andy Yappan maybe is a step too far for him playing in the Championship. He is obviously only 2.5 stars. We've had him pretty much from the very start. I think maybe even one of the first signings we made. Maybe this is just a step too far as he has just lost his man there and they have scored. Reece Williams coming close from a corner ball from Theo Zidane. I expect his meaty head to hit the ball a few more times, hopefully towards the back of the net next time. They have had just 2 shots on target and have scored 2 goals. I'm going to say that I'm unhappy. I'm going to tell each of them individually I'm unhappy as well, and I hope it does inspire us for a comeback. We have definitely been the team on top. I'm actually going to just push us higher up as well, and maybe use a bit of overlapping and a higher tempo, longer balls, just batter them. Just batter them. They've got a really good XG because both their goals, they've had a penalty and then one shot from like 2 yards out going to the back of the net. So there is a reason why they are ahead. 65 minutes, we are going to make a change. I would really like a result today. Darren Hanlon, back from his injury today, is going to come in. So is David Gonzalez. And we're even going to bring in Erhan Ozcan. I am sure this guy is going to score goals for us this season. We're also going to bring in Zakaway as well. But this striker, Ozcan, I'm sure looking at his stats, he is going to bag 20 goals, even off the bench. So don't prove me wrong. Well, yeah, don't prove me wrong, Ozcan. Show me why we signed you. Mackenzie bringing the ball forward, plays it through to Ozcan. Oh, when he misses. A one-on-one, a perfect opportunity for the youngster to get his first goal of the season, but he hits the post. And sadly, here at Portsmouth, we're looking like we might even drop points. I did not expect to not win this one. I thought at a minimum it would be a case where we are going to at least get a draw away from home. But like I said, maybe our home form is where we come in to our own. We are struggling away from home, and it looks like a 2-1 loss here at Portsmouth as well. There is 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. It is Marcus Fors finding Donis, and we do intercept. Zach, however, ball forward. Not one that I like in the slightest. Ball forward, Marcus Fors is well offside. He has scored, but he is yards and yards offside. But sadly, that is going to be the highlight, I think, to end this game. A Marcus Fors offside goal. Sadly, that will be it. 2-1. I don't think we're going to see anything. Gunn's going to clear it. We're going to build it out. We're going to lose the ball, and that's going to be the end of the game. We're not going to score. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. They're not going to prove me wrong. See, we're going to build it out. We're going to lose the ball, and that's going to be the game. Here's Harry Suter into Garnett, switches the play, and that's the game. I know FM too well, obviously. I play it a lot of it. I think I'm up to like over 500 hours already this year. But yeah, Marcus Fors brace with a 2-1 win. A disappointing result. Definitely disappointing. I'm going to tell everyone again, I'm not happy individually. We have to be winning games like that. We're at the Racecourse again in just a few days' time. Home to Reading, a result we have to win. Reading are sitting in 20th in the league. And it'd be nice to get on to 13 points from 9 games. 10 points from 9 games doesn't look quite as good. So we better go and get a win here against Reading. We've got a week's break and a bit more time to do some training. I'll bring you guys back for hopefully a win at home at the Racecourse. Just a quick little update as well from the board and supporters. Quite the contrast from this time last year where I was having meetings with Mr. Reynolds and McElhenney asking to sack me effectively. This time we are looking at a B and a B- from both the board and the supporters. So they are happy. We're obviously now in the Championship, so it's a much different time for us. But yeah, hopefully we can keep this going and keep the board happy, because a happy board is a much less stressed manager. And here we are then back on Hallow Turf, back at the Racecourse. Wrexham at home to Reading, a Reading side full of some decent players. Lewis Binks, Max Bird, Ovive Ajara, Josh Madja, Nemanja Radonjic. For some reason in my head I thought that was the young guy, Milanov Radonovic we were looking at the start of this season, but it's not. He has moved to VFL Bochum and is now worth £20 million, so screw him. But yeah, the team for us today is Gunn, O'Malley, Williams, Awe comes back in the side, Mackenzie, Yoxaluglu, Joe Bellingham, David Gonzalez gets the start, Sebastian Neves, Dylan Stevenson and EK Ugbo gets the start up front. Today I really hope we can just prove to you guys that the Racecourse is an absolute fortress. This place is impenetrable. We do not lose. We will not lose. And we're going to go unbeaten here for the whole season. Maybe. Hopefully. It's a 4-3-3 against a 5-2-3. A classic dirty Football Manager formation. It's not unforgiving to see Ajara even drop in to a DM role. And you have the 2 strikers and everyone else defending. But a quick attack there from Reading, comes into the box and Gunn claims easily a long ball forward, and Ugbo is hopefully going to cause these defenders a little bit of hardship today, but hardship maybe is going to come our way instead. It is 1-0 to Reading, 1 ball over the top, and I'm pretty sure I've been griddied on in the Championship by Radonjic, and that wasn't the plan for the start of the day, to get a big old griddy on my head top. But here we are, 1-0 down in 6 minutes, and we are already losing this game. Okay, Yuxalu, hopefully going to put this one in the top corner, 25 yards out. Jeez, what a goal that is. What a free kick. I didn't even know he had that in him. And you can griddy, we're going to Irish dance, and it is what it is. It's 1-1, and it's the battle of the dances. The griddy versus the Irish dance. I think Football Manager has really progressed in its celebrations this year. They are getting more and more ridiculous. Next time out, we're going to see the old dead fish or the boxing. We're going to see them all come out soon enough. It's going to be like playing FIFA, and you'll be able to press some buttons and do your own celebration at some point. I'm sure of it in a few years' time when FM has the most ridiculous graphics, so no one's PC can run it anymore. That'll be the way everything goes. But 1-1 at half-time. We are, it's a fairly even game. Both had 5 shots each. Possession-wise, we're definitely on top, which is good. I think that the midfield we've got of Yoxalu, Bellingham and David Gonzalez is probably one of the best in the league as a midfield. 3 very good, very technically gifted players. And yeah, I think them 3 as a whole are going to dominate most midfields this year. Especially when Reading are sitting 2 midfielders deep, a centre attacker mid, and then 2 strikers. We should be able to control the game in the middle of the park. But yeah, hopefully we can keep that going. Today it is O'Malley down this right-hand side, getting some good work going on. But he's going to go all the way back to Reece Williams. He's going to try and put a ball through to Bellingham at 2 1-on-2, but he's not going to manage that. It's going to be cleared from their goalkeeper, and it's not cleared well. And David Gonzalez apparently just chips it into the goalkeeper's hands. Not a great effort there from Mr. Gonzalez, but, not an awful one at that as well. O'Malley trying to ball in behind. There's a great ball as well. And Ike Ugbo is more awake than anyone else. Gets in behind, has a strike. Keeper saves it, and he's there for the second one as well. And that is why Ike Ugbo, I think, this year has been a fantastic sign. He's going to continue to be as well. He's more alert, he's more up for it, and he's ready to score goals. And he looks like that all the time at the moment. He's on some really good form. I think he's going to be great for us this season. Like I said, the value he's got already of 15 to 20 million is absolutely outrageous. 3-1, Dylan Stevenson crossing it into last year's superhero Sebastian Neves, who, by the way, as well, has got 5-star potential. We signed him as a free contract, an amateur player in Belgium. I saw him, I knew he was good, and he was very good indeed. A great signing last year, and he's proved it again with a 3-1 lead now. A good goal from himself, and I think him, Ugbo, Darren O'Hanlon, I think these are all very good signings, and we've definitely improved our scouting and our signings in the last few years. We're now at a stage where we're actually managing to attract some real talent. What a ball that is from Dylan Stevenson. And Ike Ugbo getting his second of the game. Stevenson, another fantastic sign. And the man screams assists. He loves setting people up. And he's doing it again here today. Mackenzie down the left-hand side of a great ball. And that ball, the vision on that. And Ugbo, the pace to burst through the defence. And to make it 4-1. It is a convincing lead. 1-0 at half-time. We were worried we might be falling into a bit of a trap here, but we are now leading. We're going to get on Maher Sharur and Tio Zidane. And we're going to get on Darren O'Hanlon as well, because he deserves a few more minutes. He deserves goals as well. I want to see him scoring some goals. We'll bring on Nathan Ferguson and move the Sugar Show out to left-back as well. But 15 minutes to go. It is a case of resting a few players. Now, I'm aware this is only 3 games past the last episode, so we've not gone massively far into the future. I think it's important that you guys still have that relationship and that connection with the players, regardless of sort of the way the season goes. So I think I was sort of sad about it being 5 or 6 episodes. Thankfully, I'm in a fantastic Football Manager community chat full of people with the same position as I am, creators underneath sort of 1,000 subs, and we're all helping each other out. And you know what? I think it is clear to see if you can do daily uploads like I luckily can, then to keep the relationship with the team going, it is good to do sort of 10 to 12 episodes. I think that's quite a good place for us to sit, and I'm going to continue to do that. I think it's easily done as well. I mean, we've done 4 already and we're on at the end of October. I imagine now we'll probably go sort of to the end of November, then we'll come back probably for an FA Cup, hopefully 3rd round tie in January. Then you have deadline day in January, and then you get to the end of the season, you're already on 7, 8, 9 episodes. So I think you guys are enjoying the series. I really hope you are. If you can, keep smashing the support. That would be as helpful as ever. We are sitting 11th in the Championship. I think that's a very, very good position for us. Predicted to finish in 17th, and I think we've proven away from home we're very shaky. At home, however, the Racecourse is certainly a fortress. Thank you guys for watching, as always. Like the video. There'll be more out tomorrow, 5 PM as usual. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss all of the daily uploads. And I will speak to you next time.